It's been a pretty mild winter here in South Carolina. What does that mean for our garden this year? We have broccoli looking absolutely fantastic.
Lettuce popping up everywhere. Here, here, there, here, and a little one over here.
We also have little asparaguses popping out of the ground. Our blueberries are starting to put buds on too. And our seedlings are getting to spend their days outside, soaking up that beautiful sunshine. Crocuses popping up out of the ground. Rose bush is starting to bud as well. All of these things popping up in the garden are very exciting. I'm so ready for spring and summer to get here. But are these things coming up in February a good thing or a bad thing? We still have 2 months until our last frost date where we're very safe to be able to plant out stuff without worrying about it dying from the frost. So some of these things that are frost hardy, like our asparagus and our broccoli, they should be totally fine. But things like the blueberries, I'm very worried about. We've had it happen in several years where we get this warm streak in February, stuff starts coming up, and then we get a big freeze and we lose all of our blossoms on our plants, and then we don't get a harvest from it. So it's a little bit worrisome to me that some of these things are starting to bloom so early and we still have a lot of time where we can have some very cold weather come. But since our forecast is looking so great for the next couple of weeks, we're going to go ahead and plant some stuff in the ground that won't mind some colder temperatures at night, specifically spinach and carrots. I'm going to pull back the plants that are in here and rake back this bedding, and then we're going to have some beautiful fresh soil underneath to plant our spinach in. This is a marigold that was in here. I'm gonna pull off all these seed heads and just sprinkle if there's any seeds left in here and put them in the garden, and they will just come up on their own and I won't have to even plant marigolds. Look how nice this dirt is. It's really nice. All I did in this bed last year was rake up a bunch of leaves from around the trees, pine needles and stuff, and just laid it in here, and it works like a compost, breaks down, protects the soil, and also mulches, and it's free. All right, so the seeds we're gonna be planting today are new seeds I got from Baker's Creek. This is a spinach, and we are going to put these in, I think, 2 inches apart. Nope, 6 to 8 inches apart. These are apparently giant spinach. All right, so let's give them some extra space. So these seeds are a bit bigger than the spinach that I have saved from the library. So these must be huge, ginormous spinach. I'm using my fingers to space it and just kind of making a divot where I'm going to put them. And I'm doing it in a diamond pattern so that it saves more space. And then just plunking one seed into each little divot. And then after I'm done putting my seeds in, then I will cover them up so that if I'm like, oh, I don't know if I did this row, I can see I already put seeds right here. What I'll do is I'll do some of my spinach now and then do some in a week and then do some the week after that. So then it's spread out a little bit so that we have a constant supply of spinach coming in. Do one more row here. Okay. Now, so that I can remember where I stopped, I like to put a branch or a stick or something here. This will work. So we're just gonna set this here because this is where my last row was, and then we're just going to cover all of these spinach up. And then because I have cats that like to dig in my garden, we're gonna do one more thing to keep these spinach safe until they sprout. I have no idea what this stuff is. Somebody gave it to me, it was gonna get thrown out, but I've also used like hardware cloth or chicken wire and just put it over the ground until the seedlings start to get established. My cats won't bother stuff once it's actually growing and it's a big enough size that they can't mess with it, but like especially onions, carrots, like stuff that starts very small, they'll dig in that nice soft soil and they will wreck my plants. So putting this over top of it protects the plants while also allowing the plants to still get air and sunlight and rain and to start growing through it, and then you can just pull it off when you need to. I'm just going to put a couple pieces of scrap wood on the edges so that the cats can't pull it up. Now these will start sprouting in 1 to 2 weeks, so my plan will be to come out here next week and plant another section of spinach and then a third section of spinach, and then if I feel like I need to plant more, I can always plant more. My goal is to have enough spinach to eat fresh and also spinach to freeze and save for soups or different things that I want to cook, have it in the freezer for in the summer when we can't grow spinach here. Our garlic is coming up looking absolutely divine. I'm so excited for that. This will be our biggest garlic patch we've had yet. I think what I'm going to do while I'm out here and the kids are sleeping is try to weed some of this garlic a little bit and take some of those leaves that I pulled back from that soil and use them to mulch this garlic again. I have really high hopes for the garden this year. I feel like it's going to be a really great gardening year for us and that the garden is going to do better than it ever has. I'm very excited. I'm really excited for you guys to be there with us and to see it as we go along this year. I am so thankful that you're here with me today to hang out in the garden. I really appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time.